Yeah, not gonna happen again. But I need a chair to sit on. Oh. What the fuck? I think calling someone creative is stupid. That's all. I'm done. Bye. It would be really funny if I'd actually cut the video there. Just don't explain anything. But those are my thoughts in a nutshell, and in this video I want to explain why I'm thinking like this. Now, before I get started, I want to say that these are all opinions. My ideas of what creativity really means may not line up with your train of thought. But that being said, you should totally watch the rest of this video. I really appreciate it. Just thank you. So, we have the stereotype of the creative ideal. A photographer, painter, director, author, the list could go on. These curators are people that we see to be creative. And if you aren't falling into one of these categories, then you're in a way almost not good enough. Now, I'm starting to realize that this way of thinking is outdated, but also awfully restricting. Let me put it into perspective. So, this realization really stems from the fact that we tend to believe that only artistic people can be creative. Now, while artistry is considered a big portion of the creative process and the creative way of thinking, as humans we're always evolving, so our idea of what is creative and what isn't should be developing with us. We shouldn't be limiting ourselves to just the right side of the brain. So, in its most raw form, I believe that being creative always comes down to expressing who you really are. The moment you form a thought, an idea, an opinion, you are creative. In other words, it's everything that we know to be true and so much more. It's self-expression at its finest. It really is a vast idea. Yet here we are placing labels on people who we think are creative and people who we think are not creative enough. Just some food for thought. So, at this point in the video, you might be like, but Humza, wouldn't creativity lose its essence if everyone was creative? Look here, you pessimistic bum. Your definition also happens to work in a way that means creativity is not nothing, but everything instead. Think about it. If everyone is creative, that doesn't mean that creativity itself has lost meaning. That means that everything that we look at, everything that we do, is creative. So, what I'm trying to get at is that we shouldn't build this stereotype around the creative person. Yes, creativity involves making things, but it's bigger than just that. It can mean forming your own opinions, voicing your thoughts, leading movements for change. It can mean doing things in unusual ways, your way. It can mean designing systems that empower other people's work, and so much more. So, to sum it all... Huh? So, to sum it all...
Who are you in here?
What do you mean?
Me?
Who with me?
You did.
So, there's no real reason to consider yourself not creative, nor good enough. If you don't find yourself falling into one of these stereotypical umbrellas of creativity, don't worry about it. Who says you have to? Soon enough, you'll find something that you can express yourself comfortably in. Till the next one, much love.